Hello everyone, welcome back to another adventure. This adventure will take us to Gari, or better known as Fraser Island. This adventure will see us going from Riverheads just near Hervey Bay in central Queensland, going via barge to Kingfisher Bay and driving to Central Station onto Eurong, up to Eli Creek, up to Maheno Beach where the Maheno wreck is, back down to Eurong, back up to Lake Mckenzie, back over to Kingfisher Bay, we'll get a barge back to Riverheads.
We are the Aussie Travelling Tribe!
Our day started about 6 AM at Riverheads, which is about a 15-minute drive from Hervey Bay, where we caught the barge across to Kingfisher Bay, which is on Fraser Island. Barge takes about 50 minutes. It was $250 return. Here you can see us airing down our tyres for preparation of driving on the sand at Fraser Island. Kingfisher Bay itself is bitumen, but as soon as you go out of Kingfisher Bay you're on the sand. So we air down at about 25 psi. As you can see by this little animation, we're driving from Kingfisher Bay through to Central Station. We don't have any video footage, unfortunately, of this section of our trip, but we've included some photos of this section for you. There'll be more videos to come in later parts. I've got some dash cam footage later on of us actually driving these tracks, which I'll include at the end of the video, which just gives you an idea of what the track conditions are like. But as you can see with the combination of these photos and the dash cam footage later, it will give you some sort of idea what to expect. Here we are at Central Station. Central Station used to be a forestry camp in the days when they used to do logging on Fraser Island. These days they don't. But now Central Station is more of a tourist place. It's a camp spot. There's lots of treks and hiking, and you'll see some footage of us down on the boardwalk next to the river. From Central Station, our journey continued on to Eurong. Eurong is a small town on the eastern side. This is also where the inland tracks lead on to the beach. So from Eurong we stopped briefly, saw a big lizard, and then continued our journey up the beach until Eli Creek. As you can see in this footage here, it's only about 3 hours after a king high tide. So one, it shows you how much available beach there is to drive on the east side of the island. But it also shows you how little beach there is at high tide, so it's especially important to check your tides before you go over. Here we are at Eli Creek. Eli Creek is the largest creek on the eastern side of the island. It is a fresh mineral spring, so it's safe to swim in. You obviously see there's quite a few people here doing the same. There's a nice boardwalk up to the top, and you can ride your toys and whatnot down the creek. The eastern beaches, the ocean beach isn't safe to swim in. There are lots of irukandjis, sharks and stuff, so it is highly recommended not to swim in the ocean at all. other thing that's quite surreal is obviously the planes from Hervey Bay land and take off from the beach. So it's one thing you actually got to watch as you're driving along or using a drone. You stay out of the way of the planes coming in, dropping off people, picking up people, and going back and flying back into Hervey Bay Airport. Here lays the wreck of the SS Maheno. Maheno was actually an ocean liner that used to cross the Tasman Sea between New Zealand and Australia in the early 20th century. It washed ashore here and obviously wrecked by a cyclone in 1935. And here it's sat ever since, slowly corroding away. Okay, and now from the Maheno wreck, we go back down the beach to Eurong to access the inland tracks again. An 80k limit driving down the beach, and 30k's on the inland tracks. We're making our way to Lake Mckenzie, also known as Burungura. This is about 330 feet above sea level, so it's actually only rainwater, it's not spring fed or anything like that, and the sands actually filter the water, and it's actually the water is really good for you. It's good for your skin and stuff like that as well. Now that we've had our bit of a swim at Lake Mckenzie, it's time to make our way back to Kingfisher Bay. I've included some of the dashcam footage of the drive back to Kingfisher Bay, just to show you the condition of the tracks, give you a bit of an idea. Yes, there's a 30k limit on them, but you can see that we're averaging around 10k's. So that's one thing you got to allow for. We're catching the last barge, which was, I think, was 20 past 5. So yeah, there's a lot to do in the one day. Kingfisher Bay, there's a air up and servo. Dry equipment in it, air up on the barge on the way back to Riverhead again. thank you for coming along in our journey to Fraser Island. It was a great day. We did a lot in one day. We'll definitely be going back. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If we don't know, I'll be sure to find out the information for you.
Please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram to keep up to date with all our adventures. Thanks for
Thanks for
watching.
watching.